I'm Mr. Chu. I have another video for you people that are struggling a little bit with this. I am wearing my Under Armour hat and hoodie during this video because I always dress casually whenever I'm doing my Trey Arithmetic. We've been talking about the Pythagorean Theorem in my earlier videos, and this is a continuation, but we have a different topic this time. What are Pythagorean triples? And how do you tell if a triangle is a right triangle? So remember, here is the formula for the Pythagorean Theorem. And we have a leg here and a leg here, and these two legs form the right angle. We would call this side A, this side B, and then we have our hypotenuse here. And we always call the hypotenuse C. So that's where the letters come from. The hypotenuse is always the longest side if it's a right triangle. So here is the new part. A triangle is right, it's a right triangle, if all three numbers are whole whenever we substitute them in a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So now we're taking and plugging numbers in that we know to say, is it a right triangle? When you get into geometry, that's called the converse of the Pythagorean Theorem, and you also use it in geometric proofs. So all these things go together. So let's look at example 1. In example 1, I have side lengths of 7, 24, and 25, and I'm asking, is that a right triangle? And if so, then 7, 24, 25 would be a Pythagorean triple. If not, then they're not, and you could never form a right triangle from those lengths. So I have to say, well, which one's A, which is B? That's not as important as which one's C. C always has to be the longest side. So there's C. I usually call my shortest side A. It's just something I do. I'm someone that likes to do things the same way, and that's the way that I would do it. So I have to substitute the values that I have for A, B, and C, and if it's true and the two sides equal, then it's a right triangle. So I said that 7 is my A, so I put that in parentheses and square it. 24 is my B, square that, and 25 is my C, square that. Well, everyone knows that 7 squared is 49, or you should know that. You may not know what 24 squared is. So it's not that hard. Let's just use our traditional multiplication algorithm that we learned in school. 4 times 4 is 16. Let me raise that up a little bit because I want to make sure that we can get them. Let me put it over here. 24 times 24. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. I always have to put a 0 here to hold this place value because I've already multiplied it. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Add down, 17, carry the 1, 576. So I know that this one is plus 576. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to add these two sides, and it should equal 25 squared if it's a right triangle. Well, what is 25 squared? Well, 25 times 25, we'll just practice this algorithm. 5 times 5 is 25, carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Hold my place value with that 0. 2 times 5 is 0, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And then when I add down, I get 625. My last step is take and add these two and see if it's true, and if it's true, then we have a Pythagorean triple. So I will take 49 and add it to my 576. 9 times 6, or 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 1 is 2. Carry the 1, 625. So, does 625 equal 625? Yes, it does. So what does it mean? It means that 7, 24, and 25 are a Pythagorean triple. And yes, that is a right angle. And no matter how you put a 7, a 24, and a 25 together, they will always be right angles. All right, so I'll erase all of these figures here. Now, if you're given 3 numbers, the most important thing is decide which is A, which is B, which is C. Well, A and B don't matter as much as C. C has to be the 12. And then you can put whichever one you want to be A or B. And now we use the formula. We don't have to look at a triangle as long as I understand the formula. So I have 5 squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. 5 squared is 25. 8 squared is 64 equals 144. Now I have to take the 64 and my 25 and add them together. Does 89 equal 144? Is that true? They are not equal, so not a Pythagorean triple. And what does it mean if they're not a Pythagorean triple? Not a right triangle. Okay? So, if these two were true, like they were here, you would say, yes, it does make a right triangle. You cannot take length 5, 8, 12 and put them together in any way like this and it be a triangle. It's not going to happen. Carpenters use this all the time. Okay, so I have a couple problems I want you to try. We'll call them student challenge problems. So you can write these down on a piece of paper, and then there will be a link at the end of the video, up at the top, where you can check and see if you did them right. There will be a link at the bottom to a playlist of all the different problems that we've had up to the different videos we've had about the Pythagorean Theorem. So here is problem A. So is the triangle right? And then make sure you show all your work. And then is 20, 21, 29 a Pythagorean triple? All right. And then B, we only have 2 problems. So, well, no, we have 3 problems, sorry. 4, 9, and 12. And then 12, 37, and 35. In both of these, we're saying, is it a right triangle? And then are those numbers Pythagorean triples? So try those 3. Know that there'll be a link up here at the top for your original part 1. Then there will be a link down here for a playlist. I'm Mr. Chu. This is Trey Arithmetic. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. Like this video, and I'll see you next time when we do more arithmetic. Have fun and learn the math.